Well, hello my darlings, and welcome back to our channel. I am so glad you are here. Today, on day 7 of Danie's Designs Craftmas in July, we are going to be creating a mirrored snowman. I sure hope you'll stay tuned. For this project, you will need a series of cake rounds. You will need one 10-inch, one 12-inch, and one 14-inch, as well as a 9-inch square. To complement those cake rounds, you're going to need two 10-inch mirrors, two 12-inch mirrors, and two 14-inch mirrors. You will also need one 7/8 of an inch, 36-inch long wooden rod, as well as some mirrored tile. You will also need, if you so choose, any embellishment to decorate your snow person. And of course, you will need your handy dandy tools. Let's get crafting! The first thing we're going to do to prepare for our craft is glue our mirrors down to our styrofoam. And to do this, the only adhesive that we're going to use is our hot glue, because if you've been with me for any length of time on my channel, we know that permanent adhesives will eat through that styrofoam. So once you have placed your foundation of hot glue on the back of your mirror, you are going to turn it over. Make sure that you are securing it in place where you need it to sit, and once you have found your placement, you're going to apply some pressure and allow it to set for a few moments. Repeat this step front and back with the other two mirrors. So now that we have placed all 6 of our mirrors on our rounds, we are now going to start our build up process. And to do this, we are going to start with the largest round, which of course is going to be the bottom of our snowman or snow person. And we are going to place this on our 9-inch square styrofoam. Now, in an effort to make sure that your largest round is sitting in the center of your square, what I want you to do is find your placement and then take a pen or a pencil or a marker and make a mark where that mirror is going to sit. Now, what we are going to do to secure these mirrors to these foam pieces is go in with a dowel. Just to be 100% transparent, I had to create the holes that I needed, or the one hole that I needed to place my dowel in off camera using that long serrated knife. The reason why I had to do that, of course, is because once you are pushing that dowel down, the styrofoam that's in the way is going to be compacted, and it's going to be more difficult for that styrofoam that you're compacting to move and get out of the way. So what I did was go in with my serrated knife, cut out as deep as I could with the length of that knife, turn my mirror or that round over on the opposite end, dig up into it as much as I could, scooping out that styrofoam and connecting that hole. And now, as you can see, I'm taking my dowel and I'm pushing it through with all my might. I would humbly suggest when you're doing this part that you have a rubber mallet, which I do have, but my kids got into my tools and did not put it back, and push it in as far as you can get it down through the base of that 9-inch square. To secure this, I am going to additionally take some of the Dollar Tree skewers and place them in as well, all the way down into the 9-inch square, and cut off any excess that there will be. This again to make that mirror and that styrofoam as secure as humanly possible, because with those mirrors on that styrofoam, this piece is going to be very heavy. So I'm going to complete this process with my middle section of my snow person, and then I will be back. So here's our piece with our first and second level of our snow person, and as you can see, I'm showing you here, it is very sturdy. Now I know I gave you all a very long explanation in step number 2 when it came to applying my first mirror or my first round. What I wanted to do is show it to you so that you would have an idea if you are creating this for yourself, the steps that I actually took. So as I'm showing you here, I went in on top of that dowel, I made an indentation where that mirror or that round is going to sit, and then I'm taking my serrated knife and I'm cutting through as deep and as far as I can get that knife to go through. Once I'm finished, I'm taking a piece of a dowel that has been left over, lining it up, making sure that I'm lining it up to the hole on the bottom side, and I'm going in and I'm creating again a hole on the top side with the hopes of being able to get my knife all the way down through that foam as much as I can possibly do, so that the two holes will connect in the middle, one to the other. Once you have done that, you are then going to take your round, place it on top of that dowel, and slide it down into place. Again, if I had my rubber mallet, this would have been much easier to do, but because I don't, I am working with some elbow grease, and so I am just going to continue the process of getting this to sit down flat on top of the other mirror. And as you can see, rather I should have said, I'm taking it off because with the placement that I have used, the two mirrors are not going to sit flush one on top of the other, and I'm trying to see if I can get some more of that styrofoam out of the way. So once I have done that, I'm going to try again to get that dowel through and through the top and bottom of this final mirror, and success. See how easy that went on? I'm going to push it down, and then once I have done that, I'm going to clean it up, and then I will be back to show you, I'm so excited, what we're going to do next. So now that our snowman has been built up for our 3 levels, what we're going to do right now is use our mirrored tile to cover the sides of our rounds. And to do this, it is simply going to be a matter of measuring the strips that you are going to need and laying them down flat upon the sides of your snowman. Now, I am able to lay these down using the adhesive backing of the mirror itself without using any hot glue. But if you would like to ensure that these mirrors will be glued on securely, please feel free to go in with your hot glue on a tepid or warm temperature. Do not use a high heat hot glue gun on this piece because you will melt your styrofoam. So I'm going to continue laying my mirror tile on all of the sides of our snowman as well as on the base of our piece. So here we have our snowman that has been completely finished, of course, with the exception of not being embellished. And what I was showing you there, and I apologize for it being out of frame, you will be able to see it in the outro, is the fact that I lined our 9-inch base with our mirror tile as well. Now, I thought I had in my stash some of that material fake snow that you get from your craft stores, and I did not. So what I'm doing here is just taking some pillow stuffing, in the meantime some polyfill, to wrap around the base of our snowman, just so that you guys will be able to get an understanding of what this will look like. Of course, during the week I will go out and grab some so that I'll be able to perfect this piece, but in the meantime what I'm using is polyfill. Now what I'm doing is showing you how I took a flat piece of fur, applied some hot glue, and rolled it in on itself to create what is going to become the neckline of my snow person's bodice. And to apply this, pinch in the middle, twist, and put back up there so you can see what the shape of her neckline is going to be. But how I am going to adhere this to her is by going in with a few bullets of hot glue. Now, I'm stressing bullets as opposed to streams, or as opposed to copious amounts, because if you choose to replicate this the way I'm creating it today, I would humbly suggest using, like I said, the bullets, just in case if you wanted to change up your design or to change up your embellishments, you would not have to spend too much time scraping hot glue, dried hot glue, off of your mirrors. So a few bullets at a time, laying my rolled up fur, twisting it in the middle, which will allow me to go back in the up direction, and then continuing with my bullets of hot glue and placing that fur stole into the hot glue, applying some pressure and allowing it to dry. Now, once that glue has been dried into place and I am certain of it, I will then go in with my scissors and cut off the excess that you can see on the left and on the right. Now that her neckline is in place, I am going to use some acrylic buttons to place right under the V of her neckline, the first one, and then the other one just on top of, I guess, what we would consider her waist. And then finally, when I have finished that, what we're going to do is take another piece of that fur and place it around her waist so that it looks like her waist is cinched, or it looks like she is wearing a proper dress. And here I am just wrapping it around her waist and tucking it in on the back side. And then finally, for my purposes, you won't have to do all of this if you're not interested. I am going to take a scarf or a piece of material that I decided to use as her scarf that matches the hat that I bought for her to make as her scarf. And then once I have finished placing her scarf, I am going to top her with a blue sequined fedora. So here she is, my darlings. I am going to clean her up of any glue fronts there are. I'm going to clean my glass. I'm going to stage this, and then I'll be back to show you what our finished project looks like. Well, here you have it, my darlings, our mirrored snowman. isn't this just absolutely gorgeous? I mean, the cleanness of the lines, the crispness of the mirrors, the added texture that the mirror tile gives us on our base as well as on our side just adds to the overall beauty of this project. My darlings, I think I would have to say that we have nailed yet another project. And so, if you have found any value in this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up as well as leave me a comment in the comment section below. Please tell me, how would you incorporate this piece into your holiday decor this year? Would you dress your snow person, or would you let the mirrors and the mirrored tiles speak for themselves? I would love to hear from you. To my Danie's darlings, I would like to thank you for all of the love, the comments, the questions, the feedback, but most importantly for the encouragement. Please know that none of it is wasted, and I appreciate each and every one of you. To those of you, however, who may not yet be Danie's darlings, but who may perhaps have stumbled on our channel today, kindly be sure to consider subscribing to our channel and becoming a family member of an ever-growing community that crafts with and learns from each other on a weekly basis. We would love to have you. And if you do decide to subscribe to our channel today, also be sure to click the notification bell and select all notifications so that you will be made aware whenever any of our videos are published, as well as whenever we go live as a community. And so, my darlings, before I log off of day 7 of Danie's Designs Craftmas 2019, I'm going to leave you with the motto to our channel, which is simply this. Say it with me if you know it. Why buy when you can DIY? And so, my darlings, my loves, I say to you, please, 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 until next time, know that I love you all. Bye now.
If you're impressed with what you see, feel free to like and subscribe.